guys, so this video I'm filming, sorry to be so close. I just got my hair done, feeling a little bit more normal, but my bangs are at the spot where I don't want to trim them because then they'll be too short, but they're just bugging me. Anyway, so this video that I'm starting to film right now, I'm going to talk about my rheumatoid arthritis and my fibromyalgia diagnosis. So, and I'm going to talk about that because I just kind of want to explain what it is. I'm going to give you guys some graphics and show you like what it can do to you. It's pretty horrific. I mean, obviously I'm 47 years old and I had a knee replacement when I was 39. So that was horrific. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. But yesterday I woke up and I woke up screaming, which scared me because, you know, you wake up screaming, it's kind of, you know, and then obviously it scared the hell out of Bob. And I was just in the absolute worst pain I've been in my life besides having my knee replaced. It was horrible. And I do take medication for the rheumatoid arthritis, and I'll go into the different things that you can take to help to stop the progression as much as you can of the disease. You know, I'm sure you've seen the commercials, like the Xeljanz and the you know, the different biologics people can take and the different pills you can take and all that, and what I take. I'll talk about that too. But I am on pain management because it's an everyday thing, and there are some days my pain is absolutely horrendous, and then there are days that my pain, I don't even think about it. And yesterday the pain was horrendous, and let me tell you that this is shaky and I apologize. I hate that. Let me just tell you, morphine and Percocet did nothing. And I laid in bed yesterday and I cried most of the day. And then I feel bad for Bob because as a partner, a husband, you know, he wants to fix things and he doesn't want to see me like that. Obviously, yeah, right? Like, you don't want to see your spouse like that. And, you know, all he could do was, you know, he literally laid there with me all day. It was a hard day yesterday. It was really hard. And then it also made me realize that most of the time I feel like Superwoman. You know, I go to the gym and I train hard and I love that. I feel great. And then I have a day like yesterday and it makes me question everything. Not about my training or anything, but about the things that I want to do in life. And it scares me because, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm closer to 50 than I am to anything. And the disease is progressive. It does not get, I'm so sorry. The disease is progressive. You don't reverse it. It only gets worse. You are guaranteed that this is going to get worse and you're going to have more symptoms, etc. So that scares me. And I'm pissed off at myself that I had started running because I felt good and I was like, you know, I'm fine, you know, I'm managing, you know, all this. And I should have never ever started running again, ever. I should not have done it. That was stupid of me and I knew better. But, you know, you have this false sense of, I don't know if security is the right word, but this false sense of, you know, everything's fine and you're doing great and blah, 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 when it's really bullshit and you're not, because obviously, you know, I had to have the MRI and my doctor and the radiologist were like, what are you doing? And so I'm mad at myself for that, and I feel like maybe I set myself back, but it scared me enough to make me rethink a few things that I had plan for myself and for what I wanted to do this year. So I'm going to talk about that in the rest of this video. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to talk about rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. So guys, this was supposed to be filmed. That's better. This was supposed to be filmed in front of the camera downstairs at the table, or maybe set up in my bedroom here with the cute chair and everything. And it's ironic, since this is a video about rheumatoid arthritis and what my journey's been. So Monday, so right now it's Friday the 12th. Monday morning I woke up, and I woke up crying and basically screaming in pain. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in 1999, the year Jordan, my oldest daughter, was born. And it started out with achiness, joint pain, obviously, but it wasn't one-sided joint pain, like it was only my right shoulder or it was only my right knee or whatever. Everything with rheumatoid arthritis is always bilaterally. That's one of the things that my doctor was like, okay, we need to look at this. This isn't just some osteoporosis pain. So that's how it started with me, where I just started getting extremely achy. Hips and knees are the two places that it seems to affect me the most. So rheumatoid arthritis can't be diagnosed with a blood test or a few questions a doctor asks, or x-rays, or a physical exam. It's a compilation of things. So there is a blood test for, I think it's called the RA factor, rheumatoid arthritis factor. But even then, sometimes I've tested positive on it. Sometimes I've tested negative on it. The one thing I will say that comes up for me a lot is my SED rate. The SED rate in your blood is the amount of inflammation that you have. And I've had several rheumatologists say, I've never seen anybody's SED rate as high as yours. So Monday, I have brain fog, and that happens when I've been in flares. So if I seem like I'm bouncing around, there's a reason. Okay, so anyway, so back to 1999. So that's how it started. We started doing x-rays, and on x-rays, you can definitely see the joint breakdown. You can see cartilage and joint tissue breaking down. And then I've had several MRIs of different joints, and you can really see it, the soft tissue damage on the MRI. So it started for me then, and then you can choose with your doctor different levels of treatment. And I tried back then to go as conservative as I could, because I breastfed Jordan for the first year of her life, and I didn't want to take anything that she could get from me feeding her. So I was really afraid to take anything more really than like Aleve. Although Aleve is a very good drug, it's naproxen, and they will prescribe you naproxen. I highly recommend it for joint pain. Our youngest daughter has had rheumatoid arthritis since she was 7 years old, and over-the-counter naproxen, if you take 4 of them, that's the equivalent to 1 prescription strength one, and she does really good with that. There's also another drug called gabapentin. A lot of people will know that. It helps with nerves, but it's also prescribed with people who have rheumatoid arthritis. So that's a really good drug as well. So other treatments, I've done physical therapy, keeping your weight in check. It does have to do with just the weight that you are, period. It's not one of those things where, you'll see bodybuilders, well, yeah, their BMI shows that they're overweight or obese, but, their hip to waist ratio is good. So, that they have a higher muscle mass. It's not like that. It's just weight, period. The weight on your joints, period. So, you want to keep your weight in check. And then as the disease progresses, because here's the thing, rheumatoid arthritis is a progressive thing. It doesn't get better. There is no cure. You are going to get worse as you age. So you can only hope to slow down the progression of it. So there are biologics, which are infusions. Like I've done a couple different biologics. I did horribly with them, did absolutely terrible with them, where you basically go and have an infusion done. You're hooked up to IVs. It's very similar to like a day of dialysis, where you would sit in there and it would just run through your body for the day. It really knocked the crap out of me. I tried a couple different ones, and my brain's not remembering which ones they were right now. It's been about 10-15 years since I tried the last one. Another big one is methotrexate, and it's a pill, and it's a chemotherapy pill. And it's exactly what you think chemotherapy is. That was a tough one on me. So usually it's so many days on, then so many days off. So like, if I remember right, I was on methotrexate, it would be like 5 days on, 3 days off. And it's chemo. So like my hair didn't all fall out, but I have a lot of hair too. And it thinned out a lot. Thank God I have a lot of hair, because people didn't really notice it. Bob noticed it because he's my husband, but like friends wouldn't notice it, So, obviously I noticed it, and I've always had a lot of hair. So it was really freaky to see me lose hair. It scared the shit out of me. And here's the thing. So you take the methotrexate for 5 days, and you really start feeling like absolute dog crap by day 5. You're off it for 3 days. Finally, by day 3, you're starting to feel like normal again, and then it's time to start back up on the next one. So you do that course for several months, however long it takes to get things under control again. So under control, get your symptoms to a point where you can kind of function. So there are things that can happen along the way where you need joint replacements or different surgeries on your joints because of the progression of the disease. I've already had one joint replaced, which is my knee, and that was also from steroid abuse in college. So, I'll have some doctors my orthopedic surgeon, he's an orthopedic oncologist, and he's absolutely like, this was from the D-ball you took in college. My rheumatologist is like, well, maybe that's part of the problem, but also you have rheumatoid arthritis. I have my own conspiracy theories where I kind of wonder if the steroid abuse in college didn't kick off the rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of think might be some connection there. I mean, I'll never know, but I kind of wonder. So now what? So I live in some level of pain every day. So you know how when you go to the doctor and say you broke your leg, and they say at the emergency room, what's your pain level on a scale of, 0 to 10. Okay. So my 10 is waking up in the PACU from a total knee replacement. That's absolutely the most excruciating pain I've ever been in. So that's my 10. I live in about a 6 every day, and that's medicated. I am on pain management. So like, for example, on Monday, when I was in so much pain, morphine didn't do anything. Percocet didn't do anything. The gabapentin didn't do anything. The naproxen didn't do anything. Like, it was just one of those days where you just got to suck it up and ride it out. That bothers Bob a lot when he's like, well, now what do we do? And there isn't anything I can do. Like, there isn't anything else to do. Like, I could go to the emergency room and they're not going to do anything. So that was an interruption there by my youngest daughter calling from school 8 hours away. So we've had an outfit change back into pajamas and had dinner. And I had makeup on today because we actually did stuff and I was feeling fine when I got up this morning. But I don't remember where I left off because RA brain today. But the thing that I wanted to finish with, and I know I kind of touched on it, was so rheumatoid arthritis, your autoimmune system turns on your joint, the connective tissue, the joints, the tendons, and even in severe cases, internal organs sometimes. So like I said, rheumatoid arthritis is not curable. It's manageable. It's managed. And some people just do a lot worse. Like I've been really lucky. I haven't really been affected too bad in my hands. Like my hands aren't like, I mean, some of my knuckles are a little bit bigger, but they're not like these, you know, you see the really deformed looking knuckles. And I, thank God, knock on wood, I don't have that. Hopefully not ever. But I have to make a choice every day how I'm going to manage it. And, you know, when I first started training, I would have to, every ounce of energy had to be reserved for the gym. And then when I was done with the gym, I would come home and I was down the rest of the day. That was all I had in me until I could build up stamina. So it takes a lot, and you really have to choose that that's what you're going to do and that you're going to put the work in for as long as it takes to get back to some kind of normalcy or some kind of semblance of what normal people do. And my husband was just saying that this is the most not in bed he's ever seen me. So it's apropos that I'm now in bed doing this video. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But thanks for watching me from my bed, because today was another difficult day, but I actually beasted it in the gym today. My last few workouts have been really great and really strong. So I don't know. I feel like there's really not a lot of rhyme or reason to things, but I just kind of roll with it and, you know, do the best I can. So thanks for joining me for another one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. You guys are seeing all the iterations of me today. So editing to you, I just noticed that at 6:58, I said osteoporosis and I meant osteoarthritis. I don't have osteoporosis. I mean, knock on wood. However, there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about treatments. So there is one more thing I forgot to tell you, and I probably forgot to tell you because I hate it, and I have to be basically on death's door to take it. Oh, the other thing I did, I kept saying it was Monday. It was Tuesday this flare-up happened. So the other thing that I absolutely hate to take, and it's very common, is prednisone, which is, so sorry, it's a steroid, not the good kind, not the anabolic kind. So prednisone reduces the inflammation in your body almost immediately. And I've had it given to me IV, and then I've taken it in pill form. And interestingly enough, it's also one of those things where like you take it in tapering doses of like, this isn't the right doses, but it's like the first day is 3, then it's 2, then it's 1, then it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3. Like it tapers oddly. I hate this drug with a passion. So it increases your appetite so much. I already, at this point in my life with training and everything, and maintenance calories are around 25 to 2,700 calories right now. And if I take prednisone, my appetite, it's insane. I can never get enough to eat. And then the prednisone makes your face swell. So I have pictures, like I have an old military ID where I had a moon pie face. Like I looked like the moon. I have to be in a flare for like a good week or more for me to go, okay, I'll take prednisone. I haven't taken it in a couple of years. Like I said, I have to be in a really I've got to be just like I was Tuesday, but for like a week, because I hate the drug so much. I hate everything that it does to me. I hate the way it makes me feel. I hate the way it makes me look. Not that I look beautiful right now, because Lord, but yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. And I didn't talk about my fibromyalgia, because I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand together. But the rheumatoid arthritis is really kind of what rules my life most of the time. So that is that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer them, and I appreciate your time. And I'll see you later.
Can you repeat that, Chris?